Here guys, we have an overhead commercial door, specifically a rolled steel door. And the way I can identify that very simply is recessed seams going along the door. Rivets at the end of the slats letting me know that there are guides in the track, and exposed T-bar at the bottom. All these things let me know that this door is a rolled steel door. I want to show you what the inside of an overhead door, a rolled steel door, looks like. We talked to you about the invisible seams or recessed seams. There they are there. We talked to you about exposed T-bar on both sides of the door, and you can see on the inside it's the same. And the real key point for these doors are the rivets we showed you on the outside. I told you the rivets meant there were guides, and you can see on this door there's a guide every other slat. So that's something we want to get a hold of in our size up. I know when I cut the door, if I pull a slat and it won't move, go down to the next one, because maybe it's a guide holding me, and now I can pull that slat for you. Now that we've identified the door construction and type, we're going to demonstrate for you a quick, safe, and effective way to force entry into this door. Firefighter out, approaches the door as part of the size up. Checks the door for heat, stability, looks for exterior locks, and then finally makes one vertical cut. After he's completed his cut, he takes his channel locks. He's going to attempt to pull a slat. Pulling that slat will allow the door to drop at the level of the slat he pulled all the way to the ground. He would do this from both sides, creating a large opening. While most of these doors can successfully be forced into by a vertical cut and pulling slats, sometimes you may find a door that has been painted for years and years and won't budge. A good technique to forcing a slat when you come across this is taking the spike of your Halligan, burying it into the slat, and pulling. This will give you more leverage and more torque to force the slats. You would repeat this on the other side, making a large opening for forcible entry. As you've seen today, we identified the door type and construction. With the proper technique and tools, we were able to quickly and effectively force entry into this door. A couple things to be mindful of when forcing entry into overhead doors. They create large openings. Large openings allow for uncontrolled air to the seat of the fire. We have to be mindful of that. Additionally, they create hazards. If we're unable to clear the remainder of this door up into the tracks, it's something we could run into or may have to duck down or crawl under. The slats that have been pushed to the ground may be a trip hazard. Additionally, the sharp metal next to our synthetic hose isn't always the best thing. Doesn't mean we don't force entry into overhead doors, just means our level of discipline must be enhanced. Additionally, if we find this door next to a man door, we prefer forcing entry into the man door. That's an opening we can control. We can regulate the amount of air into that fire. Thanks for training with us today. Stay safe.